Hello, and today we're making chorizo frittata for lunch. Very simple and easy. We've got the chorizo that we cut up when we come home from shopping. I find it's always easier to get yourself organised beforehand. So we're going to pop that in the pan with the sage. Now I didn't have any fresh sage unfortunately, so I've got dried sage. So just on top there and mixing it around for a few minutes until that chorizo gets nice and crispy. So we're just going to mix it around. It probably takes about 3 or 4 minutes to do this. And I can see with the sage, when I was sorting it out, I unfortunately put a tablespoon of sage in there instead of a teaspoon, so it'll be a little bit herby today. With fresh sage, if you had a fresh sage, you'd use a tablespoon, but with the dried sage, it's a teaspoon. Okay, so when that's nicely done, we'll just pop in the baby spinach leaves. So we just put them in and cook them until they're a bit wilted. So just do it a little bit at a time, because obviously when they're fresh, they take up a lot more room than when they actually wilt. And again, even though the recipe says 80 grams, put in how much you think for your liking. You might like a little bit more or a little bit less. All right, so while that's wilting down, what I will do is put the milk in with the eggs. I've got 3 eggs lightly beaten in here. And we'll just pour the milk in, mix it together, bit of salt and pepper, whisk it around. We'll put that in on top. And that helps wilt that spinach as well. So we'll just turn that down a little bit, down to low heat or medium low. And just keep scraping the edges of the pan for about 4 or 5 minutes. Let it sit there for a little bit. And again, it's a lot easier if you've got all your ingredients measured out before you actually start cooking. Just makes it a lot quicker when you're doing the cooking process. Always use your scales and your cups and your spoon measures just to make sure you are getting the quantities right. That is really important, because if we continue to guess the serving sizes or the amounts that we're putting in, we're bound to make errors and then wonder why we're not being successful in reaching our goals. So again, just a little bit more of a stir there. Just pushing it down from the edges. And we just let it go until it just sets a little bit. Okay, now that's slightly set. We're just going to put the ricotta on top. So it's just a case of just, dobbing it on there. No real set place of where to put it or anything, just wherever you like. Sprinkle it around the place a bit. And then once we've done that, I've already preheated the grill. So we're then going to just pick up the saucepan and pop it in under the grill. There we go, ricotta on top, and into the grill we go. Now probably in the grill for a few minutes until it browns and sets on top. So we'll just leave it in there for a couple of minutes. All right, I think that's done now. You just need it in there long enough to brown on top and to set properly, and that's looking fantastic. So oven off, and chorizo frittata. We'll just plate up. And I'll just show you the difference between plate sizes. I always use like what they call the entree plate size compared to the dinner plate. You can see the difference in those, and having the smaller plate is just more visually appealing because of course this is going to be hanging off the edge. Looks like you're having so much more. All right, so this serves two, so we're just cutting it down the centre. Just pull it down from the edges a little bit, just so it's easier to get out. And let's see if I can do this in one piece. Just try to slide it out onto the plate. Get in under and slide it out. Hopefully it won't fall apart, but it has, but that's okay. It's all going to taste the same. And there we go. There's one serve. I'll just pop that on the plate so it looks a little bit better there. And of course the salad that I've made as soon as I got home from shopping. Just grab a handful and have a look at that. Beautiful.